What's up, everybody? This is Trent with SoutheastPitport.com here at Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're hanging out with the Butcher Babies here today. How you guys doing?
Hi.
Good.
Okay, real quick, there's a lot of you guys here, so introduce yourselves, what y'all do in the band, and just go around.
Henry Fleury, guitar.
I'm Jason Klein, bass.
Chris Warner, drums.
I'm Carla Harvey, vocals.
I'm Heidi Shepard, vocals.
Awesome. See what you guys did there. So Heidi,
Just kidding. I'm Heidi, Chris, Jason, Carla, Henry.
okay, awesome. So you guys are here tonight with not with the GWAR tour, but you guys are on tour with GWAR and Battlecross. Battlecross is here, so how's this tour going for you guys and everything?
It's been awesome. I mean, first of all, we get to reunite with our friends in Battlecross. We tour with them on Mayhem, and they're hometown friends of mine. I'm from Detroit as well, and they're just great guys. You know, great. What do they call it? Blue collar thrash metal. We're big fans of it, whatever you want to call it. And GWAR obviously is always a big party band, so we're stoked to be on the road with everybody that we're out with right now.
Okay. Any wait.
Oh, no, it's cool because all of our crowds are the exact same. Just rowdy, crazy,
Beer
fun
drinking, hell raising.
motherfuckers. Yeah, no,
Renegade.
it's definitely a party every night.
Okay.
Couldn't have been a better pairing.
Okay, awesome. So touring with GWAR and stuff, any cool, interesting tour stories happened recently or on this tour yet?
We got some sleep last night, finally. That's pretty different and interesting. No, we haven't really had any crazy things happen on this tour yet, have we?
Not yet.
No.
Not on this one. I mean, it's like...
We almost got in a fight in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. We were parked at outside of, what was it, a Walmart and a Home Depot. And we were waiting outside of FedEx to get some stuff printed. And the bus was pulled up. There's plenty of room for 2 cars to go through. Like, there was plenty of room. This older man and this woman come up and they're screaming at us for being stopped there for 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
We weren't in the middle of the road. We were on a curb, and it was kind of funny because all of us were. Don't mess with us. Do you know who? We're a metal band. And the woman was like, "You think you can just park here because you guys think you're better than everyone?" I'm like, What the hell is
some
wrong
people
with people?
are just bored and lonely, and they just need someone to talk to. And if it comes out in yell form, that's fine
I just
too.
walk out my
I was like,
door,
"Are you-
"What the hell's going on out here?"
Are you tired? Do you need a hug?
Do you need your nookie or your baby bottle or a nap? I do.
Okay, so you guys shifting to your music and stuff. You guys have a record out called "Take It Like a Man." What does that name mean? And what's the story behind that name?
Take It Like a Man for us is a very, it's a more of a term-based than a gender-based term. I mean, gender doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's more about, like fighting for yourself and finding your inner strength, fighting for what you believe in. At a very young age, all of us at different times had to basically learn how to take it like a man, which really shaped us into the strong humans that we are today. And there's many songs on the album that talk about those moments. One song in particular is "Dead Man Walking." That's where the term comes from. It says, "Where were you when I learned to take it like a man? Where were you when I learned to stand?" And that's just one part of it. There are certain parts in different songs where it talks about the exact moment where some of us had to learn how to fight for ourselves, fight for our lives, fight for what we believe in. And we're still doing that. We're still fighting for ourselves and fighting for our music and fighting for, who we are as people. And I think that it's a very powerful term that just, for us meant something powerful rather than gender-based.
Yeah. So touching that on a little bit, you guys were with GWAR. We got the numbers in today. From what we saw, it's number 76 on the Billboard 200. So congrats on that.
Thanks.
And you guys, like you said, you played Mayhem and stuff. So what does it mean for see the fruits of your labors, I guess, coming out of all this and stuff that you guys work so hard for?
I think that every night when we see the kids singing our lyrics back to us when we're on stage, that's the biggest reward that we've gotten, and we know that we're doing something right when we see that every night. This album, the first week sales were over double what the first week sales of our first album, Goliath, were. So we're extremely proud, and but it comes with hard work. We've been on the road almost constantly since our first tour with OTEP back in 2012. So when you hit the road that hard and you keep generating this fan base, they're gonna buy the record and they're gonna be singing the songs.
Well,
And
hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. And but no, we've worked really hard to make it happen.
Okay.
It's hasn't been an easy thing, and it's never for any musician that's out there sacrificing your entire life. You basically give up everything you have. We've all lost relationships, homes, family, anything you could think of. We've sacrificed and put it all on the line for this dream that we have. And I personally feel lucky that there's, all 5 of us have the exact same vision, the exact same drive. We all have sacrificed everything to be in this moment. And it isn't easy by any means, but at the same time, this is something that we all have been dreaming about since we were kids. Something that we would lay in our beds at 10 years old and imagine what we were doing, and now we are. So we're very grateful for that, and we never take a moment for granted.
Let's talk about a little bit, growing up and stuff because it's very rare to see a metal band with 2 girls fronting it basically and everything. So for y'all too, who were some big vocal influences to do the whole screaming thing and stuff? Because there's not a lot of women out there who do that.
Unfortunately, when I was growing up, there weren't a lot of women doing it. I mean, obviously there were some women in punk rock, like Wendy Williams and Betsy Bitch, and but there wasn't really any women doing the kind of stuff that we do now. But there's nothing wrong with a woman taking inspiration from a man either.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Pantera, Slayer, Anthrax, all that stuff. And I always talk about the first time I heard Phil Anselmo screaming. It really kind of described the rage that I felt inside, and I was like, wow, I want to do that as well. And I was very inspired by him vocally. You can hear it in my voice today. I'm still very inspired by him. So like I said, even though there were not a lot of women doing what exactly we do now, we found other sources of inspiration. And luckily today, for young girls out there, there are women like Heidi and me and, Maria Brink and a host of other very talented women that you can look up to and, kind of get
Especially
inspiration.
in the metal genre,
Yeah.
Whereas before it was kind of taboo. For me, growing up, I was more into Slipknot and Korn and all of the new metal. That's what really spoke to me, and those kind of vocals. And that's where it all started for me. But when you talk about a female influence, just stage presence and personality alone, Gwen Stefani was a huge influence for me. Her stage presence is it is just up there with the best of the best. And I saw that, and it ignited something inside of me, and I want to be that girl.
Okay, awesome.
But I want to do it in metal.
So we talked about the vocals now. So for you guys right here, people have described the music as a little bit heavier, more aggressive than the last record. What inspired you guys to go more like of a thrashier, heavier kind of sound and everything this time around to put out like a heavier album?
Well, we, before we started writing this album, we toured a lot. And we toured a lot, and we got a real good chance to really read our audience and see what moved the crowd. And so we kind of wrote with that in mind. And we really wanted to go with a heavier thrasher. We wanted something that we would really, really enjoy playing live. And that's where we come up with a lot of the material.
We also started as a thrashier band.
Okay.
When we started in 2009, we were a thrashy band. In fact, the first song we ever wrote, Blonde Girls All Look the Same, that was the first song we ever released. That's on the new album, and people are like, oh, that's the, it's heaviest. And so that's kind of, we were bringing it back to our original sound, too.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just, we wanted to come up with something a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more. We put a lot of work into making things. We really challenged ourselves musically and vocally, on this album, and I think we really accomplished that. So it's, we were in there practicing one of the songs earlier, just, trying to get up, get the practice in to be able to play it, and it's difficult. It's very difficult. So it's really cool. It's really cool to pull this stuff off.
So who are some, I guess, influences writing-wise that you guys were, like some like guitar players or drummers that you guys look up to that inspired you guys to play music or to like pick up your instruments? And
Oh
start doing
man,
something?
I mean it goes anywhere from Pantera to Deftones to
Guthrie Govan guy.
yeah, Guthrie Govan is one of my favorite new guitar players. To Gojira to Meshuggah to I mean there's a ton of influences.
Okay. So yeah.
What about
Drummer-wise, I mean, I got a lot of influences, and I'll keep it short, but, Joey Jordison's definitely one of my biggest influences. We've got Travis Barker as well. There's a lot of underground bands, like Mark Castillo is also one of my favorites, so, and he was in Between the Buried and Me, and also Bury Your Dead and Amir. So, anyways, yeah, there's a ton I can go on and on for a long time. Adrian Young, also from No Doubt, is just how hard he hits is like one of my biggest inspirations as well growing up. So, I mean, it's just an array of different drummers. So,
Okay.
yep.
Bass, I mean, anyone from, I'd say my first one was Cliff Williams from AC/DC because it's extremely easy to learn how to play that. But Frank Bello from Anthrax, Geddy Lee from Rush, Billy Sheehan, and Primus. List goes on and on.
Okay. Well, we got a few more to wrap it up here. What are you guys up to next?
Tour, more touring. We know when you have a new album out, you got to get out there and make sure everybody hears it. So we're taking Take It Like a Man on the road.
Okay.
It's after the GWAR tour's done, we're doing some headlining stuff, and then we're meeting up with a tour that was just announced a couple days ago. It's Amaranth. They're from Sweden, I believe, and they'll be coming over here. We'll be doing a full U.S. tour with them, and we'll be out until December.
Okay.
So we're pretty pumped about it.
I got one fun one for you guys. What's the most awkward, unique thing you've ever had to sign from a fan?
We just did something recently that was the first time ever. It was what was that?
A car.
Oh my gosh, I know what it was. It was a piece of tile.
Yeah, it was a piece of tile. She's like, "Here, I brought you tile."
Yeah.
And then we're like,
And then she's gonna go
Like from the
and
bathroom.
put it into the ground.
"Is that what
Like
she was doing?"
she was gonna go and put it like in her kitchen or
Like a
Yeah.
Hollywood star or something.
Yeah, it
it
was
just a piece of tile that you would have like up in your bathroom.
I was
you
like,
know,
Really
or,
smart
Huh.
idea, though.
yeah.
It was a great idea, but at the time I was just like, interesting.
That was weird for me. That was
Someone brought to one of our headlining dates just recently the Butcher Mobile. He wrapped his car. The logo was all over the sides, the back logo or the smaller logo in the back, the album cover on the front, the BBs, like it was.
This thing around town.
And I said, "Take it like a man." It said, "They're coming to take me away." I had all sorts of really cool things, and we signed that. That was really, really cool and unique.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys for talking to us today, and looking forward to see you guys later. I'm Trent with Sally's Pit Report, and these are the Butcher Babies. Thanks for watching, guys.